Notice to the public, if you wish to address the council, please complete the wishing to address the council form located on the end of the counter and give it to either the council chairman or the council clerk prior to the beginning of the meeting. All comments must be addressed to the council as a whole. Addressing individual council members and/or staff is not allowed. Speakers should be courteous in their choice of words and actions, and comments shall be limited to the issue and cannot involve individuals or staff-related matters. All electronic devices used for communication should be silenced for the duration of the meeting. I'd like to call the Terrebonne Parish Budget and Finance Committee meeting to order. We'll have an invocation by Mr. Clayton Wazan and a pledge of allegiance by myself.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and the opportunity to come together and discuss matters in our community. Grant the members of the council your divine guidance in addressing matters placed before them. Amen.
Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please accept my apologies for not being able to attend tonight's committee meetings. I have reviewed the agenda and have made my concerns known. I apologize for any inconvenience my absence may have caused. Thanks, Councilman Steve Harding. Steve Trosclair. It's the first one of the year, guys. I apologize.
At least it's not the Chauvin Champagne one.
Mr. Harding, I apologize. All right. Also, I have a disclaimer as well for our live streaming. It's not working currently. However, we are recording it, and if it in fact does come up during the meeting, you guys will see that if you're in the audience there. So just to let everyone know that we are currently working on trying to get that straightened out. Item number one. Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Alicia?
Mr. Amity, Champagne.
Right.
Mr. Hamner, Mr. Babin, Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding, Mr. Voisin. Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you, ma'am. We good now?
Deep breath. There you go.
All right. Item number one, discuss and possible action regarding replacing the Cardex vertical carousel filing system located in the council office. Mr. Harding put this on the agenda, and I'll go ahead and let him go from here. Mr. Harding?
Yes. Just wanted to create a discussion because there have been several discussions, actually going back as far as August 15, 2025, and leading up to perhaps a few days prior to the vote on the budget. But it's not so much about the budget, it's the fact that we were trying to be proactive in reference to the Cardex machine. This is a machine that actually we actually store our files on, and it's broken. Originally, it was going to cost about maybe anywhere from $60,000 to $70,000. Conversation was about whether we were going to go digital, whether we were able to go to digital. We sent a staff member. They were at a conference. Eventually, even though we could go digital, it's going to cost X amount of dollars. I can't quote because it's close to 100. I'm not exactly sure about that. But still in all, we're going to need the hard copies. So to create the discussion for now, because if we actually replace the cabinet that we have right now, it's going to take 5 months for it to come in. So it's stuck in one position. The recommendation right now is not to use it. So we have to replace it, and we have to actually pay someone to take all the files off that. So I'm free to open it to discussion and see how we're going to handle that.
Ms. Candace?
Mr. Harding, when the email came out to us, I think I replied to everybody letting you know that because it is now an emergency, it has been broken, that we asked the council staff to reach out to our purchasing department, which I believe they have since then, to get quotes, and we will move forward with the purchase.
Okay, yeah. And that's a quote for the machine and the repairs for it?
It would just be a quote for a new machine, and if there's any type of movement of files from one to the other. So whatever we need to do to get the old machine out and the new machine in place.
Okay, so the next question would be, where would we find the funds?
It is going to come from one of our budgeted accounts in our capital improvements for now, and if we need to replace it later down the line, we'll do a budget amendment if we have those funds.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm satisfied. Anyone else? No, I'm good.
Thanks, Ms. Candace, Mr. Harding. Good, sir. Mr. Voisin?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just want to share something that last year, when this was an issue, I spoke with the staff about, and the thought was that although it may not be repairable from a electric or electronic standpoint, that there was a possibility that it could have been turned into more of a manual machine where we could continue to use it for storage, and the new machine would go in a different room in the council office called the safe room. That there was room in there for the machine in there, and that way we would never run into the problem of possible, which we'll never see it, but down the road, a storage issue. Because if we get rid of that one, we have to put all of it, what's in it, somewhere else. So that was an idea that I had discussed with the staff, and they thought it was a good idea, and obviously that's who I'd like to lean on as far as what might be the best route, because they're the ones got to deal with it on a regular basis. Uh, so I'd just like any thoughts on that from the other council members, or anybody that'd like to offer an opinion on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Voisin. Ms. Chauvin?
So my question was, do you know if there was any quotes done on going from where it is now to putting it manual? Do you know?
I don't think we've ever gotten one on that, because it was kind of at the point where it was a mute point without any revenue, so we didn't really go no further with it.
Okay. Okay. So I think that would be like a step to take, is to get a quote on what it would take to go from the electronic to the manual so that it could still be used. And is the cost that we're looking at on the new one, is that a total cost in the safe room? Or is that a total cost like replacing the one that we have there? And maybe council staff would know to that part.
Okay, I don't know if who, Miss Tammy, I don't know if Mr. Keith was kind of spearheading this or whom was, but what I'll do is I'll let the council members sort of all chime in, and then we can kind of go from there, I guess. If you're good for now, Ms. Chauvin.
Yes.
Mr. Amity?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As far as storage, I think we'd probably want to look at what the cost of digitizing all of that for storage. Then you don't have to worry about taking up any room in a building for it, if that's allowed by law. I don't know if you can or not.
Okay. Miss, I tell you what, we're gonna let legal chime in at this point. Miss Michelle?
I'm sure Miss Tammy already knows the answer to that too, but you have to go through the state archive facilities, and they have to give you approval on a protocol for archiving your hard records. It's doable, and Miss Julie Odemo on the 7th floor has done a few of those plans that have been approved, and it's definitely doable, but it's definitely some work.
Thank you, Ms. Neal. Mr. Champagne?
Yeah, so I guess I would like to see if we can maybe get a quote on, replacing, removing versus replacing and making it manual. Can we get a comparison of all the different options if we're going to keep it, and then we can make a decision about which way to go, so that we kind of have an idea. So I don't know who would spearhead that, but if we could kind of have some information to make the decision about which is the best way to go.
Thank you, Mr. Champagne. Mr. Harding?
Yes, and it's been dealing with this since actually in August and probably before August. Manually, it's going to be a thing, you know what I mean, to do it manually. We have records going back way into the 1800s. Now, it's going to be just as expensive to go digital. A little over $100,000 from my estimates that I'm getting. It's going to cost about $100,000 to actually get a new one actually in place, plus have the files taken down. So we have to consider it in going into the future, not just the cost of the manual aspect of it, because we have to retrieve the files. We got to right now. If let's say, for instance, if legal want a document, we cannot produce that particular document because the machine is stuck. So what we have to do going forward, I don't mind going digital. It's just the fact that we have to find the funds. So if we go digital, which is, you know what I mean, and we have to have the hard copies, we're actually spending money on both ends. Whatever you guys come up with, we just want to put it at the table and see where we are. Again, like it was said, it takes 5 months for a new machine to come in.
Good, Mr. Harding?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Mr. Babb?
Yeah, I have a question. Tammy, you've reached out to purchasing on this already, on a new machine and, okay, but what I'm saying is you've reached out to them with all the different scenarios that they're gonna get prices on, or Keith has. Okay, that's fine. So all of these scenarios we're talking about, the council staff has already contacted our purchasing department and they are compiling pricing on that as we speak. So I think it's a moot issue if we continue to talk about it. It seems to be that they've already done it. It's gotta be done, so we have to figure out a way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Babb. Just so we all don't get confused, we're getting a new machine, granted, we understand that. But also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Voisin was just offering up a secondary added on solution to what we had already discussed. We're gonna get a new machine, done. But we're also, instead of trashing the old machine, just take the guts out and let's see if we can use it manually to be able to still save, to be able to utilize it for space, if I'm not correct. I just want to make sure that I'm clear. But like Mr. Babin said, I still suggest that, Keith or whomever in the office sort of works all these scenarios out for the best, because ultimately the staff's the ones who have to use it. So just make sure that we're doing that. So outside of that, I don't see any more lights. Members vote your machines. Oh, discussion. I'm sorry, Carl. All right, item number 2, discussion and possible action regarding the parish council seeking council special legal counsel as part of the council staff as per Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 2-55 of the Terrebonne Parish Code of Ordinances. Again, here, Mr. Harding, I'll let you go with that.
Yeah, this is perhaps the second item I want to close out from coming from 2025. I had a discussion during the time of my chairmanship, and that was within the colleagues and some other members, past and present, people that were in government. And we were at an impasse. And I spoke with Miss Neal today, and I feel and have felt that sometimes it can be an awkward position to place our attorney in, or for our attorney to be in. One case I can remember when she actually is you're looking at that she's appointed by the administration, ratified by us, but representing 2 different aspects and consulting all. So when those cases actually come up to actually try to alleviate some of the problems that we've been having, because there have been opportunities or the idea that we are at an impasse and we're just trying to find a solution to it. So I asked her around June, I think Miss Neal, or July, to actually get a legal opinion from the Attorney General. And I would be willing to make a motion to actually request that Ms. Neal contact the Attorney General to get an opinion in reference to this particular item. And whatever comes back from the Attorney General, we just actually live with that.
Okay, Mr. Harding, I have a light by Mr. Champagne.
Mhm.
Ms. Champagne?
So I guess, being here just a short period of time, but my understanding, they've had two legal opinions already in place in the past. Can we at least review those first? Do we really need a third legal opinion? Hasn't that happened in the past? Anybody know?
Okay, I'll let Ms. Neal go.
Yes, sir. The Attorney General has weighed in on the issue in the past, specifically for Terrebonne Parish. I think I might have sent you a copy of one. I think that, and if not everyone has one, I can send it again. I think that we had a very lengthy discussion on this in front of the council already as well. And I know that the discussion on tonight's agenda was to talk about having the parish council seek its own special legal counsel. And when I did talk to Mr. Harding earlier today, and I want to make clear that the council understands a special legal counsel is a lawyer who comes in who has an expertise in a particular field. And so when we need to hire a special legal counsel, for instance, we have an attorney who does employment law. We also have an attorney who will be up again on Wednesday night's agenda, two attorneys, in fact, who do tax law. So those are special legal counsel who have expertise in fields that your general legal counsel, like your parish attorney, may not have. In fact, I can tell you for a fact, I don't have expertise in tax law. I got to get somebody to do my taxes for me. So when you're talking about special legal counsel, that's the type of thing that you're talking about. Also, you could bring in a special legal counsel to represent different sides on conflicts. But when the charter was set up for the legal department for the parish, the charter was set up in a manner where the one parish attorney would represent the whole department and represent the administration and the legislature for the parish, and they would serve as the general legal counsel. So I don't think that a special legal counsel is an attorney that you should appoint whenever there's a difference of opinion between some members of the council and administration. I think that's when the political process comes into effect, and that's when your vote takes over at that point. I can give you the legal advice that I come up with based on my interpretation of the laws and legal research. But whenever there's a difference of opinion between administration and council, I don't think that is really what calls for special legal counsel, to pit one attorney against the other attorney when you're talking about legislative and administrative will. I already did say, whenever we discussed this previously, that if I ever thought that we needed to have special legal counsel, or if we needed to have a conflicts attorney that came in to be involved, I would definitely recommend that. And we also already have some assistant parish attorneys in place that are capable of doing that, who don't work in my office, which will remove an instance of conflict in most cases.
Question?
Anybody else?
Question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in your statement just now, when you said, if there may be a situation where we need someone outside your office to come in and you, well, actually, say so, okay? So how would we actually, how does that fit in our home rule charter to exist as part of the home rule charter? There's no provision, we have to rely on the parish attorney at that time to actually say, hey, look, we need to get someone else to do this?
Go ahead.
If I can just make sure that I'm clear what Mr. Harding is asking or attempting to ask, based on his question of wanting to, for special legal counsel, what have you, our home rule charter, the code, what it says, the council has the liberty to select special counsel, whatever the verbiage is there, right? And your explanation of it, can you give an example of when the council would actually pick special legal counsel?
Most of it's going to be at the request of administration or the request of myself. So, for instance, and the perfect example is sales and use tax. When sales and use tax decided to seek new counsel when this administration came in, I had a discussion with Ms. Fontenot, and she advised me that she was looking to go in a different direction. So we sat down and figured out what she needed, and she had some really big cases that were going to go in front of the Tax Board of Appeals and probably up to the Supreme Court, and were heavily heavily involved in some tax code law that I had never seen before. Ms. Fontenot could probably represent herself better in tax law than I can, actually, but she's not an attorney, so she needed an attorney. She suggested some attorneys that she was familiar with that all they do is tax law practice, and that's what their expertise is in. And so I recommended to her to bring back to her board the advisory council, and I can't remember if you were on there at that time. And she went to the advisory council and said, this is what I would like to do. I would like to have the parish attorney's office handle the general collections, the things that we can do that we don't need tax expertise in. So, and she would like to have special legal counsel as far as Mr. Amity and Mr. Talbot, who all they do is tax law, appointed to handle those big cases that involve oil companies who maybe pay taxes under protest and file appeals to get things reorganized or recategorized so that they don't have to pay taxes on them. And then I think that went to the tax advisory board, and that eventually came back to the parish council, and you all voted to have Mr. Amity and Mr. Talbot serve as special legal counsel for the sales and use tax. And that's a perfect example, and that's one that has already happened.
So I would say then we need to change that ordinance, because if that's the case, I'm looking for an example of the council say, we deem it necessary for special legal counsel. And the explanation you gave clearly identifies that, in the instance of administration or legal, but specifically the ordinance says that the council may select special legal counsel. And that's, I don't have to get into it tonight. We can talk about it
Right.
offline, but it's just something that I want to be site specific in understanding, because if the ordinance says one thing and I can't get an understanding of an example of that, then, it'll be a moot point for me, I guess.
I guess another example closer to the council side is the bond attorney. So the bond attorney is somebody that the council would work closely with as far as the council being the authority to issue the bonds and authorize the bonds. You all select the bond attorney as well, and that bond attorney is special legal counsel, because I don't have expertise in bond law, and that bond attorney would be another example of what the council would use as special legal counsel to help them with the bonds.
Mr. Harding, you still have the light, sir.
Yes. So, my point here is to basically, like Mr. Pleasure was saying, to actually clarify some things. If we need to make a change, if we agree up here to make the change, to actually represent that, where we can actually cover that in some type of ordinance, because evidently it's been a dispute.
Yeah, and I think that more so than ordinance, I think that the charter would need to be changed in order to make that possible.
People do that, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
Mr. Harding, you good? Okay. Mr. Babb?
Yeah, I need to just ask this question, and I have some statements to make. Are you using the wrong terminology here when you're asking for a special legal attorney, or are you talking about an attorney to represent the council? Which one? A special legal counsel is separate and apart from what we've talked about in the past about the council having an attorney and the administration having an attorney.
I'm trying to interpret it the way it's written to have it understanding is the fact that if you're saying council, it's the council's opportunity. How does the council have an opportunity to do that when it's saying council? And then earlier, Ms. Neal was actually saying either she would say it or the administration would say it. But in as it is written, it says the council would have an opportunity. So how would the council be in the position or put themselves in a position to request some type of legal representation?
Well, you know, we alluded to it just a minute ago, and I brought it up at the meeting when we had the discussion. Under President Bobby Bergeron, the parish attorney was Carolyn McNabb. She asked for an attorney general's opinion. That attorney general's opinion came back and said Terrebonne Parish's charter says specifically that we have the parish president appoints, the council ratifies an attorney. Under Parish President Gordy Dove, Jules Hebert asked for a attorney general's opinion, and that attorney general's opinion came back the same way. And if you go to our charter, under section 4-03, it specifically says that. The charter can be changed. It takes a referendum of the people. You got to get the voters to vote to change the charter. So the only way we can change the charter is if we present this to the voting public in Terrebonne Parish to say, we want to have whichever one you want, special legal counsel or counsel for the parish council itself, or attorney for the parish council. I mean, to me, it's pretty straightforward. It's been talked about under every administration. Twice we've gotten attorney general's opinion. We get another attorney general's opinion. I'm not an attorney, and I don't claim to be one, but I don't see where it would be any different than the last two.
It's a political viewpoint because, you know, as a recollection, even under the last administration, when it actually was under scrutiny and how to get representation from the council with their own legal representation, that's when it actually came up. And it actually is always coming up. Maybe we need to go and change it.
Well, then all you have to do is you need to make a motion that you want to put this, you want to change the charter and call a special election to have the charter changed. That's the procedure.
My intent here was actually just to get the opinion from Miss Neal and our conversation we had, and then we can actually revisit it and perhaps in 2 more weeks. That was the conversation I had with her. Now, in the email in reference to that, I think had an email from July 14th, July 10th, said that she was going to actually get back. It was only a request of me to satisfy some of my colleagues. And you know, I mean, oftentimes you actually do something in your position to do that, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm just actually closing out my agenda also.
Well, I think before, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think before we seek a attorney general's opinion, it needs to come from the council, not just one individual council person. Would I be right on that?
An attorney general will require a vote of the council to be able to take up the matter. Mhm.
Right.
So,
And just like this particular ordinance says that the council chairman can actually go upon his own to actually get a special counsel. Does it state that here?
I don't think it says that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think, well, I'll address the lights first and then, we'll go from there. Mr. Harding, you good or?
Yeah, I'm all right.
that's good.
Okay. Mr. Champagne?
Yes, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is the process. So if say we have a legal issue comes before us and we get legal advice from the current, because my understanding, you're the chief legal advisor to the parish, the parish president and for the council.
And all the departments and all
Yeah.
the, yes.
And so if we get a legal opinion and we don't agree with it, is that what we're asking for? And then we want to get someone else to get the opinion?
Yeah, it's just like going to
So then that would be, I mean, that,
I think that an attorney for the council is not meant to be a second opinion. An attorney for the council is meant to be the general legal advisor. And according to the charter, the parish attorney is the general legal advisor for everyone.
Right.
It's just the same way as if a private citizen hires me or a private corporation hires me. I give you the legal advice, and I can't force you to vote the way that I tell you I think you should vote, or I can't force you to take my legal advice, but I give you the legal advice.
But I guess that, and that's the point, is there, and I'm trying to figure out, is there any scenario that would come about where we don't agree with your opinion, that we have the right or the process in place to say, hey, look, can we contact another attorney? Is that a
I
possibility?
think we talked about going to the AG for an
The
opinion.
AG would be the second
Mhm.
opinion. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
I mean, you're talking about a scenario where, if the council wanted a second legal opinion because, they didn't like or they didn't agree with the opinion of their parish attorney, and you're just talking about creating all kinds of chaos.
Mr. Hamner?
It's so long, I forgot what I was gonna say. Let me think here.
Sorry, Mr. Hamner.
Oh, I know. Well, first, let me just say this. Ms. Neal, you do an excellent job.
Thank
It's
you,
not
sir.
about you. All right?
I don't take it personally.
Yeah, good, good. That's why you're a tough lawyer. Um, Attorney General opinions are free, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Well,
all
except for the-
Carly's asking for,
Except for the money you spend on me to write it.
yeah,
Yes.
well, maybe I'll write it for you and you can just approve it. Yeah, I'm free. Um, all Carly's asking for is somebody say yes or no, you can handle. Okay, now I do know attorney general opinions change with attorney generals. All right. In fact, a specific one that involved me at one time, the former attorney general said that uh, uh, it had to do with dual office holding and stuff like that. Had one opinion, and then it was Jeff Landry that actually changed the opinion. It was and many times they do agree. So all you need is a resolution, or is it a motion that you need?
I tried to research it before I came today, but I was in some meetings. I want to say a motion is sufficient, but I wasn't able to actually make the phone call to double check with them.
Yeah, find out because, hey, yeah, get the attorney general opinion. If she says no, you can't do it, then matter closed, right?
Well, yeah.
And if she says yeah, you can, then we can go further.
Well, that's
It's done.
that's the point I'm trying to get to without having to change the home rule charter, because
Right.
that was the latter part of last year. That was a situation where we had the opinion from our legal. There was not only just one request from Attorney General, there were several requests from the Attorney General. So when in actuality it came back, what was done up here was perfectly legal. So there may be instances whereas, no offense to any legal firm,
Right.
it's just to get something. If we can actually take care of it here without changing the home rule charter, and actually it would suffice not just up here for our own political viewpoints or individuals, but then to actually have proper representation from the people, because just as we are here now, there are other people that have opinions, and then so with those opinions, are we to shun them? I don't think we should constantly do it, but it's unclear what I'm reading here when they're saying the council could get their attorney, and then I'm hearing we can't get an attorney. Yeah, just clarify that part of it. And that was in an ordinance. That was done in the ordinance. So therefore, why can't we make another ordinance instead of changing the whole home rule charter and follow that ordinance?
I remember the discussion that the ordinance, and I can't remember which ordinance that we discussed a while ago. I think it was 6 months ago.
630.
That ordinance would be unenforceable because the charter would take precedent over that ordinance. I don't think it was this one though that we discussed. This one, I mean, it also is questionable because the charter may govern over the ordinance itself, but at least for this one, I can tell you for certain that a special legal counsel isn't somebody you hire for general advice. Special legal counsel is somebody you hire for their expertise in a matter of law that your general counsel would not have expertise in. But the other one that we discussed 6 months ago is a little bit different than the ordinance that you have on the agenda for tonight.
Okay. Mr. Harding?
Yeah, I think I'm ordinance number 6341. Section 2-55.
That's the one you have for tonight. I can't
Part
remember
C.
what it was. I can't remember what it was 6 months ago.
And I totally don't agree with the full-time part of it, but then we just want to address the issue. It's just like there's certain specifics in reference to bonding law or whatever specifics we have, and we won't have it look like we're having confusion up here if there's a difference of opinion. And actually, if you and that particular attorney can get together at $150 an hour for each of you, because it'd be the cost, that's the cost that's stated in here, that you get paid the same thing that you get paid, instead of spending thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, where two lawyers can get together and talk for an hour or 45 minutes and solve the problem. That's what I meant. I'm perfectly willing to come back with it later on. It's just something that's been ongoing, and I just want to solve the
I
problem.
think maybe put it to bed tonight, Mr. Harding, and call for your motion to have, to see if the council wants to do an attorney general opinion request.
Even though we can do that now, but then I mean,
Is that that's what you
Yeah,
want,
yeah,
though?
that's-
What he wants-
yeah.
that's what- I think that's what I understand, yeah.
Yeah. That's not what you want?
No, I'm just,
Yeah, that I say in the form of a motion. You know what I mean? That we actually request through our legal attorney to actually.
Yeah, just need a motion.
my thing is, I would suggest that we've had a lot of conversation up here, right? There's been opinions from previous administrations. We've had, all sorts of conversations up here tonight. I think, I'm just being suggestive here, where we get that information, the legal opinions that we've shared, that, so everybody, unless everybody has, I don't recall getting those opinions from, I guess, something
I
you
didn't
shared
get
with
it.
somebody else.
I never got it.
Yeah, I never got
It was
those
the same
opinions.
one that we talked about 6 months ago, that we
Okay.
sent out an
Well,
email.
as a refresher for myself, I'd like to go back, look at those before I can make
I haven't
an
gotten one
informed
either.
decision. So,
Carly, you
but
okay
you can
with
call
that?
your motion
Yeah, I'm
if you
good.
choose
And we
to.
can,
Yeah.
we can get our thoughts together. I don't have a problem getting an attorney general opinion on what Carly's requested.
Yeah.
And then that puts the matter to bed.
Right, and whenever it
Yeah.
comes back,
But let's do it so we can get our thoughts together on what we specifically
We can
want to ask
revisit it.
for.
Yeah,
it's only an agenda item, put it on the agenda.
there we go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Ms. Chauvin? I'm sorry, Mr. Harding, you good? for
Yeah,
now?
I'm good.
Mr. Hamner, you good for now?
Yeah, I was
All right.
speaking out of order. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Ms. Chauvin?
Okay, so when you're asking for an attorney, are you asking for the parish council as a body? Or for individual members? And then when we're looking at that, and I get it, you just want an AG opinion. And I guess it kind of, when I was reading into this, it kind of struck me to try and figure out what we're looking at here. But wouldn't you have to have like that said lawyer on retainer, that it's not going to be just $150 an hour? You'd have to have one on retainer and that would add to cost. And so my actual question is, Candace, where would that money come from if we were having to spend that type of money?
Ms. Candace?
So all of that would come out of the general fund, because it would all be a matter of if it's part of the legal services in the legal department, or if it's recorded directly to the council, because it would be an attorney assigned to the council. It all still comes out of the general fund.
Okay. And Michelle, on this, we would have to retain We would have to put a retainer down, is that
You
not?
have to approve the contract. So special legal counsel is different from general counsel. Your
That's what I'm
parish-
trying to figure out, which one he
Right,
wants.
right. So your parish attorney and all the assistant parish attorneys are your general counsel. You approve my contract. It's $150 an hour. It's the rate that you all approve. Special legal counsel is different because they have an expertise in a certain field and they can demand more than the $150 an hour. It depends on what you're willing to approve as their payment for special legal counsel. I want to say our tax experts probably get over $300 an hour for their expertise in those fields. I know that our employment and labor experts definitely get more than $150 an hour.
Okay.
And so it's a matter of
What you
what
want.
we're willing to pay, what you're willing to vote on.
So, Mr. Harding, are you asking for a general counsel or a special legal?
I said-
Like, which one are you asking
I
for?
said earlier, I said, well, when I read this, I said, well, I don't agree with the full-time aspect of it. It had to be on a case. Yeah, case by case.
Okay. All right.
I do have one more thing, Ms. Chauvin, just to clarify too. If it is a special legal counsel or a separate attorney and it is some type of lawsuit where Terrebonne Parish is being sued, that comes out of our insurance control fund. So that
Okay.
wouldn't be out of general fund. So
Okay.
there's options to not be general fund, but more than likely it would be out of
Okay.
that.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Chauvin. Mr. Harding, you're good?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's only a discussion anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mr. Babin, it's a discussion, so we might be here a little bit. So with that being said, Mr. Harding, if you're good, we're good there with the discussion. And Michelle, what I'll do is I'll follow up with some follow-up questions to you offline, and then we might revisit this based on Mr. Harding. We'll have some conversation with him, and then we can possibly visit this again if we have to. All right, thank you. Item number 3, resolution authorizing the renewal of ESRI, Geographical Information Systems, GIS licenses for 2026. Move Mr. John Amity. Second, Ms. Kim Chauvin. Seeing no lights. Members, vote your machines. Votes 8-0, motion passes. Item number 4, resolution declaring as surplus computer equipment and supplies, office equipment and supplies, cameras, lenses, ink, payphone, and other miscellaneous items from various departments and divisions. Before we even go anywhere on that, is that the last payphone in America?
That was not. That was
I mean, can we find a place maybe while we're redoing downstairs and just, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, all right.
I already knew he was going with it, but you said-
And we're gonna make some money tonight. Seeing the lights, members, vote your machines.
We have to move. Move.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Mr. John Amity. Moved and second by Ms. Kim Chauvin.
That was the first one.
I'm sorry.
Second, I moved it.
All right. No more discussion. I'll entertain a motion. Mr. John Amity, moved by Mr. John Amity, second by
It's fine. Yeah.
Mr. Carl Harding. Seeing no lights, members, vote your machines.
It's the payphone. They got you out of whack.
Right. All right, votes 8-0, motion passes. Item number 5, approve the purchase of one 2027 Freightliner cab and chassis and one 4,500-gallon fuel tank system via cooperative purchase agreement with Jefferson Parish government. Move Mr. John Amity. Second, Mr. Kevin Champon. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. Vote 7-0, motion passes. Item number 6, consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend the 2026 adopted operating budget, 2026 5-year capital outlay budget of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items. Item number 1, series 2025 sales tax bonds, $25,964,089, and call a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, January 28, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Move Ms. Kim Chauvin. Second, Mr. John Amity. Mr. Clyde Hamner?
I spoke with the parish president this afternoon about this ordinance, and we both are in agreement that if we could table it for, till the next meeting for 2 weeks so that it'll give us time to, uh, give input, on some of these items, and to really look at it to see, that, it's being allocated, into the areas that we all want to have it allocated into. That postpone it, I checked with Jason, does it, affect at all in any way, shape or form, the, 14 million, 15 million for the, FEMA match? It just gives us more time to, look at the ordinance, meet with, Jason, ask him to meet with us and, just go over the, ordinance in full so that, we can give some input since we are the, ones that have to approve it. And the motion is just to table it for 2 weeks.
Got a motion on the floor. Mr. Champagne, would you? Oh, okay, well, got a substitute motion on the floor by Mr. Clyde Hamner to table item 6 on the agenda until next Budget and Finance meeting. Got a second by Mr. Carl Harding. No further discussions. Members, vote your machines. Substitute motion passes 8-0. Item number 7, consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend 2026 adopted operating budget of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following item. Item number 1, Shady Oaks Park, $10,000, and call a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, January 28, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Move Mr. Clayton Wazan.
Second.
Second, Mr. Clyde Hamner. Seeing no further lights, members, vote your machines. Votes 8-0, motion passes. Item number 8, consider the introduction of an ordinance to amend the 2026 adopted operating budget of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government for the following items. Item number 1, Civic Center upgrades, $27,763, and call a public hearing on said matter on Wednesday, January 28, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Move Mr. Carl Harding. Second, Ms. Kim Chauvin. Seeing no lights, members, vote your machines. Votes 8-0, motion passes. Item number 9, consider the introduction of an ordinance to authorize the parish president to execute an act of donation between TPCG and Waits and Downer LLC, in which TPCG will be accepting land on Verrett Street, and call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Got some discussion here, Mr. Motion by Mr. Danny Babin, second by Mr. Kevin Champagne, Mr. Carl Harding.
Yeah, I was reading in the backup, it says Verrett Street, but I looked at it and the little picture they have on there, it's actually on Roussel Street, so we're really talking about something that's on Roussel Street, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's
Give me a line, just to clear it up.
424 Roussel Street, but it's saying Barrett. I think that's what it was.
Mr. Bergeron?
And it's a small section that we're dealing with. I was trying to figure out what we were doing, just a little small piece of property, right?
The property that is, the people that are giving us the small piece, which I think is where the air conditioner sits, that piece of property is on Verrett. It's
Yeah.
being donated to the property on Roussel.
Right. Just that little section where it,
Right.
yeah, okay then.
The
Yeah.
main property is on Verrett, if that's
Uh-huh.
what we're asking here.
Okay,
That's all.
you good, Ms. Harding?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, seeing no further lights, members, vote your machines. Votes 8-0, motion passes. Item number 10, consider the introduction of an ordinance to declare as surplus adjudicated property located at Bayou DeLarge, WW, parcel number 40573, in which the parish has 100% interest, and to address other matters relative thereto, and call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Move Mr. Danny Babin. Second, Mr. John Amity. Seeing no lights, members, vote your machines. Votes 8-0, motion passes. Item number 11, consider the introduction of an ordinance declaring the following 2 properties as surplus and not needed for a public purpose. Property number 1, right descending bank of Bayou Terrebonne, parcel number 31026, 33 and 33% interest. Property number 2, 1419 Gocho Street, parcel number 21915, 1% interest, and to address other matters relative thereto and call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Move Mr. Kevin Champagne, second Ms. Kim Chauvin. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. Votes 8-0, motion passes. Motion to adjourn, Mr. Clyde Hamner, second Ms. Kim Chauvin. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. Vote 7-0. Good evening.
Hey, Kim, get you some water.
Notice to the public, if you wish to address the council, please complete the public wishing to address the council form located on the end of the counter and give it to either the chairman or the council clerk prior to the beginning of the meeting. All comments must be addressed to the council as a whole. Addressing individual council members or staff is not allowed. Speakers should be courteous in their choice of words and actions, and comments shall be limited to the issue and cannot involve individual or staff-related matters. All electronic devices used for communication should be silenced for the duration of the meeting. Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting of Community Development and Planning Committee to order. Mr. Clyde Hamlin would do invocation of lead with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, in loving and gracious God, help us keep the common good before us. Strengthen our gifts of wisdom, courage, and respect for the views of others. Strengthen us to continue to work with our leaders, seeking an ever more just society that acts in harmony and interdependence with all creation. In the name of Jesus, in union with your Spirit, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Alicia, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes. Mr. Amity, Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner, Mr. Babin, Ms. Chauvin,
Here.
Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding, Mr. Voisin. Madam Chairwoman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you. From from the council, Councilman Steve Trosclair, please accept my apologies for not being able to attend tonight's committee meetings. I have reviewed the agendas and have made known my concerns. I apologize for any inconvenience my absence may cause. Thank you. Okay. Number one, a motion to amend the condemnation order originally adopted on October 14th, 2025 for the residential mobile home and accessory structure located at 152 Klondike Road, owned by Melvin B. Chapman and Nora Foray Chapman, by changing the date to complete demolition or removal from December 14th, 2025 to March 14th, 2026. Moved by Mr. Harding. Second by Mr. Amade. Seeing no lights, vote your machines. You need to share. I can move. Okay, 7 yeas. Motion passes. Okay, calling condemnation hearings on the residential structure located at 314 Leveron Street in Houma, on a residential structure located at 6112 North Bayou Black Drive in Gibson. Condemnation hearing on the residential mobile home located at 102 Mid-City Court in Houma. Condemnation hearing on the residential structure located at 124 Olympic Drive in Houma. Condemnation hearing on the commercial structure located at 1513 Grand Caillou Road in Houma. On the residential structure located at 166 Coast Guard Road in Dulac. Residential structure located at 6107 Bayou Black Drive in Gibson. Residential mobile home located at 5157 Bayou-Side Drive in Chauvin. Residential mobile home located at 119 Moses Street in Chauvin. Residential structure located at 1524 Barringer Street in Houma. residential and accessory structure located at 1102 Wallace Street in Houma. Travel trailer RV camper structure located at 6801 Highway 56 in Chauvin. Residential mobile home located at 1003 Bayou du Large Road in Houma. Residential and accessory structure located at 5445 Grand Caillou Road in Houma. Residential and accessory structure located at 511 Woodhaven Drive in Houma. Commercial structure located at 6101 Bayou Black Drive in Gibson. Residential structure located at 415 Morningside Drive in Houma. Residential mobile home located at 3938 Meyer Street in Gray. Residential structure located at 305B Johnson Ridge Lane in Thibodaux. Residential mobile home located at 309 Johnson Ridge Lane in Thibodaux. Residential structure located at 100 South Boudreaux Street in Montague. Residential structure located at 2606 Isabel Street, Houma. Residential structure located at 1421 Baumland Street in Houma. Residential structure located at 833 Bayou du Large Road in Houma. Residential structure and RV camper located at 107 Charlene Street in Houma. Residential structure located at 7093 Grand Caillou Road in Houma. Residential structure located at 204 Donovan Road in Houma. Residential structure located at 1942 Highway 311 in Shreva. Residential accessory structure located at 5686 Leon Street in Houma. Residential mobile home located at 9088 Grand Caillou Road in Dulag. Residential structure located at 2351 Bayou du Large Road, Terrio. Residential structure located at 239 Deadwood Drive in Gibson. Residential mobile home located at 5203 Bayou Side Drive in Chauvin. Residential structure located at 236 St. Malo Street in Houma. Commercial structure located at 419 Grand Caillou Road in Houma. Residential structure located at 7438 Grand Caillou Road in Dulag. Residential structure located at 423 Odemont Street in Houma. Residential structure located at 564 Aragon Road in Montague. Residential structure located at 1130 Schley Street in Houma. Residential structure located at 6623 Highway 56 in Chauvin. Residential mobile home located at 4064 Highway 665 Montague. And calling a condemnation hearing on the residential structure located at 120 Carlos Street, Houma, Louisiana for Tuesday, January 27th, 2027 at 5:30 p.m. Moved by Mr. Pledger. Second by Mr. Amade. Seeing no lights, vote your machines. 8 yeas. Motion's pass. 44. Giving notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to amend the parish code of ordinances and act an exemption to the deposit fee of $500 for public property use permits and call for a public hearing on said matter for Wednesday, January 28, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Moved by Mr. Champagne. Second by Mr. Babin. Seeing no lights, vote your machines. 7 yeas, 1 nay. Resolution passes. 45, given notice of intent to adopt an ordinance to amend the zoning map of the parish of Terrebonne so as to rezone from R1 single-family residential to R3 multi-family residential, 1128 and 1130 and a half Daspit Street, Houma, Louisiana, Terrebonne Ministerial Alliances, Inc. applicant, and calling a public hearing on said matter for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Moved by Mr. Pletcher, second by Mr. Harding. Seeing no lights, vote your machines. 8 yeas. Resolution passes. Resolution introduced an ordinance to amend certain portions of Chapter 28, Article 4, Section 28 through 74, supplementary regulations relative to accessory structures in residential districts, and call for a public hearing on said matter for Wednesday, January 28, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Moved by Mr. Babin. Second by Mr. Champagne. Seeing no lights, vote your machines. Eight yeas, resolution passes. Consider the introduction of an ordinance to authorize the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government, TPCG, to acquire immovable property identified as Lot 14 of Block 33 of Broadmoor subdivision, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana, and to authorize the parish president or his official designated chief administrative officer to execute any and all documents necessary to acquire said property and to provide for other matters relative thereto. That's it. Okay. Moved by Mr. Wazan, second by Mr. Harding. Mr. Wazan?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Neal, has the landowner shown, I guess, enthusiasm to fair market value, for that property?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's what I get for not paying.
I think that our Public Works Director has been in touch with the landowner, so I don't know firsthand on whether or not he agrees with the number that we have on the appraisal.
I was just curious if
I
there
have to
was a
get back
feel
to you.
for it, at this point. so.
Yes, sir. I know that our office has been in touch with him about whether or not he's in favor of the sale. And I think that the landowner supports selling the property. I don't know the answer specifically as to the price, but I'll check and get back to you on that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Babin?
Yeah, and this actually pertains to the one prior to this. I just want to double check it. It's got every council district on it but District 4. So I may want to check into that, unless there's some specific reason District 4 is left out. That could just be a typo. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh. Do we need to back up? Okay. Did we vote on 47?
No, not yet.
Okay. So we did? Okay.
No, he- she
All
wanted
right.
to-
So seeing no more lights on number 47, let's vote. 8 yeas. Do we? Oh, hold up. No. Hold up 1 second. I needed to ask one. Hold up. You see 48?
Yeah, there's 48 at the top of the page.
No, that's adjourned. So just a question. Do we need to back up to 46 about the District 4 being excluded from it?
That's just a
Oh, Chris,
side note.
go ahead, Chris.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that there are any zoned areas within District 4.
But there are none in 8? Or their zone districts?
Every other district,
Okay.
they have zoned areas within it, but District 4 does not, which is why I left that one off of the list.
Okay.
This proposed ordinance only pertains to zoned areas of the parish.
Okay. All right, so we have a motion to adjourn by Mr. Clyde Hamner. Second by Mr. Champagne. Vote your machines. And we're moving on. Thank you.
Good evening. Notice to the public. If you wish to address the council, please complete the wishing to address the council form located on either end of the counter and give it to either the chairman or the council clerk prior to the beginning of the meeting. All comments must be addressed to the council as a whole. Addressing individual council members or staff is not allowed. Speakers should be courteous in their choice of words and actions, and comments shall be limited to the issue and cannot involve individuals or staff-related matters. All electronic devices used for communication should be silenced for the duration of the meeting. Thank you. Announcement from Mr. Steve Trosclair. Please accept my apologies for not being able to attend tonight's committee meetings. I have reviewed the agendas and have made known my concerns. I apologize for any inconvenience my absence may cause. Thank you. I'd like to call the Public Service Committee meeting to order. Invocation and pledge by Mr. Harding. He's at.
You're like,
Heavenly Father, I do believe that we are all blessed, oh God, because we have blood running warm in our body, oh God. Asking you on this day, oh God, to bless each and every one here, oh God. Gives them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in this assembly, oh God, that we can take care of the affairs of this parish. Asking you to bless the United States of America, oh God, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Harding. Roll call, please.
Mr. Amity, Mr. Champagne, Mr. Hamner, Mr. Babin, Ms. Chauvin, Mr. Trusclair, Mr. Pleasure, Mr. Harding, Mr. Voisin. Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum present.
Thank you, ma'am. Order of business, one, resolution to award the construction contract for Parish Project number 25-gas-22, Southdown Subdivision Gas Line Improvements, Phase 1, and authorizing the parish president and/or his designee to execute the contract to provide for related matters. Moved by Mr. Hamner, second by Mr. Harding. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. 8-0, motion passes. 2, resolution to authorize parish administration to execute a cooperative endeavor agreement for the right of use of the Terrebonne Parish Tennis Complex between Vanderbilt Catholic High School and Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government. Moved by Mr. Harding. Second by Mr. Hamner. Mr. Harding.
Yeah, I spoke with Ms. Neal, and recreation districts and what Terrebonne Parish has, and I think this is an opportunity that I asked her for some information that she's going to follow up on in reference to the liabilities that we actually have, because that's something that Terrebonne Parish have and have an agreement with these two high schools. So, Ms. Neal, I appreciate your assistance in that later on down the line. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harding. Seeing no further. Seeing no further lights, members vote your machines. 8-0, motion passes. 3, resolution to authorize parish administration to execute a cooperative endeavor agreement for the right of use of the Terrebonne Parish Tennis Complex Living Word Church of Homer Incorporated as owner or operator of Homer Christian School and Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government. Moved by Mr. Harding. Second by Mr. Hamner. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. 8-0, motion passes. 4, resolution authorizing the parish president or administration to execute a master agreement for ground ambulance services with Acadian Ambulance Service Incorporated to provide for transportation of prisoners and/or provision of medical care during transport. Moved by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Amity. Mr. Harding?
Yeah, could someone explain to me Medicare-based discount rates? What does that mean?
Ms. Deal?
Yes, sir. So the Acadian ambulance these are services that are provided to anytime Acadian shows up at the jail facilities to pick up inmates to bring them to the hospital. And so the ambulance services charge the parish Medicaid rates. And so we don't pay full rates for those services. We pay reduced rates, and they get billed back a lot of times to Medicaid because those are the only insurances that the prisoners have.
So that's legal? Because there are some areas, right, that's Medicaid has a problem with
Yes, sir.
Medicare. Yeah, okay. Then.
All on the up and up.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harding. Thank you, Ms. Neal. Ms. Chauvin?
So I had sent in a question asking if we had looked at any other ambulatory services, and our parish president had sent me back the answer that that in looking at this, that this one had decreased price for us. So that, that's something good on our end, that they're decreasing the prices as and not increasing on them. So I just wanted to make that known. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chauvin. Mr. Pledger?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Ms. Chauvin makes a good point. I'm glad she asked that question. And there was a follow-up with that. But, I mean, I would have to assume the only other ambulance service in Terrebonne Parish would be Bayou Cane, right? Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pledger. Seeing no further lights, members vote your machines. 8-0, motion passes. 5, resolution authorizing the execution of change order number 1, balancing for the construction agreement for parish project number 23-Walk-17, state project number H013319, Williams Avenue Shared Use Path, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. Moved by Mr. Champagne, second by Mr. Hamner. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. 7-0, motion passes. Resolution providing approval of amendment number 1 to the engineering agreement of parish project number 25 BLDG-15 Tower First Floor Build Out Project, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. Moved by Mr. Babin, second by Mr. Amity. Ms. Chauvin?
So I had also sent in some questions about the $9,000 change order. Is it because we changed up everything on the bottom floor because of the escalator?
Mr. Badger?
To get the pit filled and get that taken care of, get it out the way, because there's a hole, we broke it up into two things. So
Okay.
that was just to get the pit filled.
Okay. And the reason why I'm asking this is because I'm noticing a lot of change orders, and I mention this every time that we have a contract, like they come up with a contract, and next thing you know, we have change orders. And I get that things do sometimes happen, but it's just quite a bit of them that we're getting where they're increasing, on us. So, all
And that
right.
wasn't an increase. That was just us
Right.
breaking out
It's a-
that amount for the
Okay.
get the pit filled.
But the top one was an increase in the bottom, like the resolution before and the resolution after, and I'm just trying to make this work in my mind. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chauvin. Thank you, Mr. Badger. 7, resolution authorizing, vote your machine, Joe. 8-0, motion passes. 7, resolution authorizing the execution of change order number 1 for the construction agreement for parish project number 23 Park 86 Bayou Country Sports Park Infield Turf, Terrebonne Parish, Louisiana. Moved by Mr. Babin. Second by Mr. Hamner. Mr. Harding.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm like Ms. Chauvin here. I noticed that the change order here is for relocation of utilities, additional equipment, replacements of concrete due to elevation conflicts, and additional turf requirements. I think we actually already did some turfing, so what brought about the change? And this actually is an increase of $21,000 off that $1.4 million.
Would anybody? Mr. Lee Red?
Thank you, sir. So for this particular job, we've had increases with this project since we started it. The price of turf went up, the price of the job went up. This is a relatively small increase from the increases we got from the first time we got turf pricing. So elevation changes and things like that, conflicts. Unfortunately, these are things we discover during work. It does happen. I wish it didn't happen so often, but it does happen. I mean, if you want more details on that, I could certainly get them for you from All South, but your run-of-the-mill issues that you run into on jobs sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm just inquiring because I know we had actually spent the money to put the turf out there. Then we're coming back. I thought we had already spent some money, so I'm reading turf here.
But when we first got the quote or first got the money to do turf fields, right, and started putting the project together, the price of turf increased so much that we had to cut back on how many fields we could turf.
Okay.
So it's been an expensive job.
Yeah. All right. Just inquire. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee Red. You want to comment on this, Ms. Malden? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Malden.
Thank you, sir. So I just want to also kind of make you feel a little bit more comfortable with it all. And all of our budget processes, most of them, we have a contingency. So these small change orders are already part of the budget process. So if you don't see us coming back with a budget amendment asking more funds, it's part of that contingency. We have it expected, like Noah said, some of this stuff just comes up as we start the work. So just wanted to let y'all know that too. We do have that contingency in our budgets before we approve it. So that way we're not continuously trying to find the funding.
Thank you, Ms. Malden. Anything further, Mr. Harding?
I'm good.
Ms. Chauvin?
Okay. So as far as the turf layout changes, they were trying to match. I read it through the emails. That's because I sent him a whole bunch of emails about this, about the 21,000. So they had original plans. And to my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, because this is what I'm trying to understand. We had original plans on it, but because it took so long to get to the job is what is costing us for the change orders. Is that correct?
Mr. Badron?
And I'll speak in general a little bit more on that. You know, I know we got a couple of projects that we just went to bid on that the overall completion cost is coming in higher. So there's factors that happen that when we get quotes and I say quotes, but you know, when we can't go to bid unless we have the money, and sometimes we gather the money and then we go to bid and it ends up being a little bit more. So we have a few different factors that apply into that, and then sometimes it's as simple as getting into the work, and this is something somebody wasn't aware of. There's utilities in place that wasn't documented for whatever reason. So a few different reasons that unfortunately, trust me, unfortunately we have to deal with. And I'm hoping we could stop. Today would be great. So just wanted to share that.
So I can add some specifics, and it's in your backup, but
Yeah, I read it.
the Rainbird access points, things like that. Like I know those Rainbird access points weren't even really known by the contractor, right? So that's $1,800 or $1,100 right there.
Mhm.
Sprinkle heads. Sometimes you can save things, sometimes you can't.
Right.
Things like that pop up.
No, I understand. I literally, I read every email that went through there. I sent in the questions and wanted to know. So no, I appreciate, the answers and asking. I understand it now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Chauvin. Seeing no lights, members vote your machine. 8-0, motion passes. 8, resolution authorizing the parish president or his designated chief administrative officer to execute on behalf of the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government a service agreement for road study services with Vialytics America Incorporated. Moved by Mr. Amity, second by Mr. Babin. Mr. Pledger.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Couple questions on this one. Do we currently have this system in place, or is this something new that we're doing as far as the AI, whatever, however we're going to do that?
Mr. Badger.
This is something new that we were able to afford with a grant from the DRA.
Okay. And one other question, how do we, South Louisiana, right? And I'm being educated. I know AI can make pictures, does a lot. Our main issues, based on us doing the work in some of the areas within my district, it's been subsurface issues that cause the roads and pathways to get damaged. How are they gonna capture that part of it?
So it's definitely a place and time, so in these situations, most of those issues are starting to show themselves through the surface. On top of this, it's also be capturing signs and the coolest part about this whole deal is that even if we were to walk away from this, we're gonna have a video of every road as of when we perform this. This is gonna be equipment on all of our vehicles for public works and different departments. And so they're gathering this data, they're using AI to identify cracks. On a map, it'll show this is a 5, you need to really go look at it. That, somebody's gonna click on it, yep, I verify that's a 5. And then it's gonna better produce us a road list that says, start to finish, parish roads, this is the worst, second worst, third worst. So it's gathering the data, it's helping us get a good point in time, and then really bring information that says, look, when we're looking at doing a road priority list, asphalt versus concrete and vice versa, which comparably is something interesting I found through this process is we are more concrete roads. I want to say it's a 75 to 25% difference where for every other parish in the state, it seems like it's asphalt versus concrete, where most of them are even almost 90% asphalt. So we're actually working with this company to help develop the concrete side. They gave us a discount related to that. But a great opportunity to grab a point in time and just get a good understanding of the status of our roads and recordings of our roads.
Okay, now you make a point there. You say that it'll be on the trucks, what have you, to driving around. So basically, it'll capture the data just driving around.
Yes. It takes like 3 or 4 months to capture it, but that's basically, and then
Oh, it'd be
as they
like that.
continue to drive around, it continues to grab it and modify it. So
Okay, cool.
if anybody wants to put on their vehicle, no. I knew it. I knew it.
Hey, well, I got to check with my attorney first.
I don't care.
Anything further, Mr. Pledger?
No, I'm good.
Ms. Chauvin?
Okay, so it's gonna capture the top surfaces, and this is gonna be on the trucks that we have, correct? Okay, give me how that's gonna work for Bart Drive and Prospect Street, so I can make this known.
I mean, it shows up. In fact, Bart's asphalt, so
But,
it's going
but
to show it up.
it's the
That's an issue,
subsurface, right?
right? But
So how's
subsurface
it gonna
is
do-
showing. I mean, especially on Bart Drive, that it's showing through, right?
Yeah, no.
There's ones that we know about, but it's going to help look at that. We might have 3 or 4 streets at a Bart Drive level, and then when we say, okay, we want to do asphalt, these are the top 5, top 10, top whatever it's going to be. So
Okay, all right, okay, thanks. It's still open, my car, my truck, my shrimp truck.
I have to consult my attorney on let me get back with you. Like Brian over here.
Anything further, Ms. Chauvin?
Just as long as I get my roads.
Mr. Pledger?
Oh, another thing you mentioned about, and this is for educational purposes only, you mentioned a large portion of the state has asphalt versus concrete like we have here. I mean, should we, concrete, asphalt gives a little better, I'm sure, but why is that?
My understanding is due to our ground content, and David could verify that, but it's actually better off for us to have concrete than asphalt. So
Anything further, Mr.
I'm-
Pledger?
I'm done on my road study.
Good job. Members, vote your machines. Eight zero, motion passes. 9, consider the introduction of an ordinance to authorize the parish president to execute on behalf of Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government a cooperative endeavor agreement for right of use between Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government and Bayou Soccer Club, and to provide for other matters relative thereto, and call a public hearing on Wednesday, January 28th, 2026 at 6:30 PM. Moved by Ms. Chauvin, second by Mr. Champagne. Seeing no lights, members vote your machines. 7-0, motion passes. Motion adjourned by Ms. Chauvin, second by Mr. Hamner. No lights, I'll be there. Meeting adjourned. Vote your machine. 8-0, motion passes.